Ups and downs come in the relationship. There's no such thing as perfect partner or perfect relationship. When things are going good in the relationship, then it makes you feel that you are floating in the air. When things are down, then you realize that you are doing all the efforts in the relationship, and then you ask yourself whether you should stay in the relationship or simply leave it. And today we are going to discuss how to know if your relationship is worth saving, or how to know if your relationship is worth fighting for. Before jumping into the discussion of how to know if your relationship is worth saving, first of all, we should discuss some of the main questions that you should ask yourself before deciding to end the relationship. Like, what are the things that are working for you in the relationship, and what are the things that aren't working? And first of all, the first question that you should ask at whether both partners are doing their best to meet the needs of each other's, or whether both partners are doing best towards the sustainability of the relationship. What are the things that you aren't doing? What are the things that turn off your mood? What are the things that you should do in the relationship? Is your partner truly worth fighting for? What makes you think that you should save the relationship? And what have you got by getting into the relationship? And these are some of the main questions that you should ask yourself. Both partners should answer these questions separately, and while answering them, they should be honest with each other that what are they doing, what are their contribution into the relationship individually. And because the individual efforts, they impact their collective effort. And it is important to keep mention here that happiness in the relationship comes from the individual selves. Then when you do the individual efforts, they impact the collective effort. Now let's discuss the problems in the relationship. And it is easy to point fingers in the relationship that he or she is doing wrong in the relationship. If partners realize that their relationship is heading in the wrong direction, then they should have an honest and open conversation with each other. They should realize that if their relationship is worth saving for, then they should realize the things that aren't working in the relationship. Then they should make efforts to save those things, to fix those things, to repair those things. If they want to, it would only happen if they want to save the relationship. And some of the main questions that they should ask themselves are partners bringing out the best version or the worst version of each other? And do they need the help of any professional therapist or psychologist? And what are the things that they should change in the relationship? Do they have any communication issues? And if they have any communication issues, then their focus should be on listening and better understanding. And what are the things that they should change in the relationship? How have you reached to this point? And are partners willing to fight for the relationship? And these are some of the main questions that partners and couples, they ask themselves, and they should be honest with it. And it is important to mention here that building a relationship and maintaining a relationship over the period of time is difficult, is complicated. Ups and downs come in the relationship, and there is no such thing as perfect in the relationship or perfect partner. And we have been through, if we look at our lives, that we have been through many types and different types of relationship. Like growing up, we were son, sister, brother, friend, or a teacher, or girlfriend, boyfriend, parents, cousin, or grandparent, or something else. Personal relationships or professional relationship, we have been through the various types of, and we have played different roles in those relationships. And the point is that you shouldn't give up on the relationship easily, especially if you have got a quality partner or quality relationship. Then you should fight for him. And now let's discuss how to know if your relationship is worth saving or worth fighting for. And one of the main signs is that breaking up makes you feel sick. And when we talk about breaking up and ending the relationship, is ending the relationship mean that you should pack up your bag, leave the house, and do not think about the partner or the relationship. And if breaking up and ending the relationship, going away from your partner and going away from the relationship makes you feel sick, makes you feel bad, then it means you are not ready to end the relationship. If things are not working in the relationship, then you should fix on the things, you should repair those things. Even though couples and partners, they argue a lot, they fight a lot, they have a great debate, their arguments are endless, but they still love the company of each other. They still they love to hang out with each other. They still love to do things together. And if this is the case, then it means they should give each other time. They should enjoy each other's company instead of going away. And they should try to find out the root cause of the problem, whether they don't like each other or is it something else. And if it is something else, then divert their attention on those issues like family, friends, relationship, job, career, profession, or those things that are causing the problem. Focus on those things. When you don't have interest in the relationship, then moving away from the partner and from the relationship won't seem bad. And idealize and visualize that your partner is accompanying someone else, and if it makes you feel possessive, jealous, or sad, then it means the spark of intimacy and spark of connection is still there, and you should work on the things that aren't working, and you shouldn't quit the relationship. It is easy to idealize the perfect relationship or perfect partner, but things don't happen in reality the way you think them to be. And when problems and issues come up in the relationship, then it is completely normal to idealize and fantasize the ideal relationship or ideal partner. And the problem when the interest of the couples and partners is there in the relationship, then their problems are not specified. And speaking about the problem and speaking about the couples and partners, when couples have interest in the relationship, then they won't think about leaving the relationship. And when you have interest, when you leave the interest from the relationship, then you will start thinking about looking for the other partner. And even though when you don't have interest, even though you are surrounded by many potential candidates, wealthy, charming, beautiful, and you won't pay attention on them because you are satisfied with your current status of the relationship. And if this is the case, that you are surrounded by many charming, beautiful, wealthy people, but you are not paying attention on them, then it means you are not ready to end the relationship. Couples and partners say a lot of bad things like name calling, threatening to leave the relationship when they are in the heat of the argument and when they are angry. But when things are normalized, when they are calmed down, then they forget everything else and forgive each other. And the reason they mention to leave the relationship or to leave the partner is because they are angry, and they say these things to get everything, to get the anger, frustration, and rage out of their mind and out of their chest. And when things are normalized, then they don't keep things inside. Whatever they have to say, they say it on the face. If relationship is struggling and couples and partners, they don't pay attention on them, then they would aggravate. And therefore couples and partners, they should sit down together. They should analyze the whole relationship and relationship issues. Then they would realize that most of their complaints and issues are nonsensical. They are they're just baseless, and if they are feeling hurtful, then they should apologize. They should address those issues, address the needs and feelings and emotions of each other's partner's requirements and partner's needs. And now let's discuss how to ignite the spark back into the relationship. And some of the main suggestions are that you should dress up and cook the homemade meal for your partner, and turn off all the electronic devices and give time to your partner. Talk to him, listen to each other's needs and requirements, their feelings and emotions. Try to feel the company of each other, and plan a trip of the favorite place that both partners love to visit. Recreate and revisit the first date experience. Have a heart bath together, and they should write a handwritten love letter to each other, and you should go on the date after. One of the biggest gifts that you can ever give to your partner is your time, is listening and paying attention. And it is important to mention here that building a relationship, saving a relationship, and establishing over a period of time, it requires a lot of effort and commitment. And if you truly want your partner in your life, then you would do anything to keep him or her in your life. And it would only happen when you have the true interest, intimacy, and connection is there, and then you would be willing to discuss everything, all the issues, all types of issues in the relationship. And that's how to know if your relationship is worth saving, or how to know if your relationship is worth fighting for. And if you have any question, just leave it in the comment box below. I'll answer it to you. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a good day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, whatever time it is in your part of the world.